Hi, my name is Allison. This is going to be the freshwater site field trip. I'm doing it virtually, so I hope everything goes well. I am here at Florida Gulf Coast wetland site. It's very nice. It's a little noisy with all the bugs. This is my first time being on the site of campus since I live in Northlake, so it's very exciting and very beautiful. I'm gonna turn the camera around. Oh wait, no, I don't think so. But here, this is it. All right, so that's the wetland, and it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful. So I'm supposed to answer a couple questions. The first one is, what is a watershed and why is it important? So, according to the book, it's a drainage site, and it's basically any area where that collects water and drains into a common outlet, such as into a river, a bay, or any other body of water. And you can clearly see that that's what this is. And there are puddles and stuff, and I walked by a large river over there that kind of wraps around the university. So this is definitely a drainage site, and you can see that there is a lot of surface water for storm runoff. This site, I also looked it up, it drains into other bodies of water. This is an important water quality for protection of animals and wildlife, and it's also it's very good for protection of not only this site but also for animals that live here as well. Since it impacts animals, it also impacts the drainage site, and everything that is upstream ends up going downstream as well. So this provides an opportunity for recreation and also for enjoyment of nature for people who like to come and look and appreciate the beauty. This is also something that touches upon food webs, goes into the next question of why ecosystem services, of what ecosystem services do for wetlands to provide. This touches on the food webs since there is a cycle of life, and the bigger things eat the little things. So for example, I don't see any fish here. The water's too shallow, but the little fish get eaten by the bigger fish. And there are other examples as well, such as other animals eat debris and dead plants, which just goes to show that this is something that I like to call a biological supermarket. Which is really cool because this is something that is like a productive ecosystem, and this provides protection and improves water quality, and this provides habitats for animals like fish and wildlife. This also is a source for floodwaters. So all the waters go and collect here, and there's not a lot of circulation, but water definitely collects here. And it also maintains surface water during dry periods. So if there's like a drought or something like that, this maintains water for animals, so animals can come and it helps them out as well. This water site is very comparable to rainforests and coral reefs, since rainforests provide rain and shelter and other things for animals as well. First of all, though, for wildlife, there are things like plants and insects and amphibians and reptiles and birds and fish and mammals that this site provides for. And the site also affects things like climate change and things like landscape, since the animals here and the water, of course, affect the landscape. And things also like geology and things that that help protect the site as a whole. This also touches on the fact that it's something that I like to call a biological supermarket. I'm gonna drop my bag. This biological supermarket touches on the cycle of life that I mentioned before. Like the small fish the small fish gets eaten by the bigger fish. And other things that get eaten too are insects and shellfish that I don't see any here, and other things as well that are living that provide for the cycle of life. The next question is, what is this site's mission and what is its history of prevention? So this site's history is that it's on Florida Gulf Coast, and this site provides things such as it's a teaching tool, and it's also research and a service site. So it's for education purposes as well as other things like habitats for animals and things like that. On the website for Florida Gulf Coast, I found this quote. It says, "If and how we can create and restore wetlands." So basically what this is saying is FGCU wants to preserve the wetlands in order to recreate, restore, and conserve. This is also a cycle, since it helps the animals that are here, and it also helps students and teachers. Teachers can do their job and students can come here and learn and see the beautiful sights on a walk or things for like education purposes. Also, it is responsible sorry, I have everything written down because I wanted to have key points. I lost my place. It's responsible for developing and allowing for a long-term quality on this earth, which is very important since the earth has things like climate change and things that humans have impacted so gratefully that the earth may never recover. So that's definitely something that FGCU wants to preserve and touches on in the history. This particular wetland is important due to education purposes and habitat purposes and stuff like that. It's very beautiful, and it speaks to a student, so students can come here and learn and just kind of sit and watch and see natural ways of life, which is something that humans have taken away with the building of cities and towns and deforestation and stuff like that. So it's definitely something that we want to preserve. The final question is asks to connect to social and environment and economic stability. So for economic stability, it speaks on the growth and support of the population. So the growth as in students and teachers as a whole and people in general, and support of the population as in support of other animals and humans as well. it provides a lot of things for economic growth. And also, this is, since it is an animal habitation, it provides things to, like recreation, so animals can come here and procreate and just create more of their species. Something that I found really interesting about this is the fact that it's not very deep. It's very shallow. This can speak to social, because the social stability, because it's different ways of approaching stability, and sustainable development, and it's basically just different ways of approaching this. Humans can also help freshwater sites by going through and clearing out debris and making sure that there's no pollution and no trash or anything like that. Other sustainable options are economic, ecology, politics, culture, personal, and industrial. And these all facilitate an unpredictable change. So basically what that means is when water comes through, it can wipe out as well as create habitats, so homes for animals, and it can basically it can help, or it can also have a negative impact on things like this. And this all goes to the term of urban profile progress. So this helps a lot of things in the ecosystem as well. All right, I hope you have enjoyed that and learned, I don't know, I've enjoyed it, and I think it's a beautiful site, and it allowed me to get out of my dorm. So, alrighty, I hope you guys stay safe and have a great rest of the day.